Good morning, it's Commissioner Mitchell. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Boil that for you while we're those sub. Commissioner Holzman has joined. Commissioner Holzman has joined.
Holman is here.
Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And friends.
Commissioner Coleman, are you recovered from FRI?
You know, I was pleasantly surprised at how nice the panels were at FRI. Not as if it's been awful over the years, but it seemed a bit better yesterday to me. So I didn't have far to drive. So as far as I'm concerned, it was a great trip for me. I live
Yeah.
only about 20 minutes from the airport, and so it wasn't hard for me to get to the conference hotel. So all went well. And of course, it was excellent seeing our leader there. So thank you for trekking over to St. Louis for the past 2 days.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. We were just talking in here. We thought the panels were really good too.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, it looks like we have everyone this morning. Commissioner Mitchell, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, great. All right, good morning. It is 10:15 a.m. and all the commissioners are present. So we'll begin the agenda meeting for today, Thursday, September 19th. I would ask those who are participating on the call to please mute your phone unless you need to speak. Before we start today, we do have a new team member with us, so I'll turn it over to Kim Bolin to introduce us.
Hi, this is our new hire, Johnny Garcia. He is a financial analyst. He'll be in Dr. Wan's department. He has a finance degree from the University of Central Missouri. It used to be called Central Missouri State when I graduated from it way back then. But yeah. Very interesting. I think very cool fact about Johnny is he's a first generation college graduate in his family.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's something to be very proud of.
Absolutely. Welcome, Johnny. We're happy to have you.
Kim, excuse me, could you ask him to step up a little further? I couldn't see his face.
Here.
Thank you. Okay, welcome. Thank you.
Thank
Welcome, Johnny.
Congratulations, Johnny, and welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Today, there are 7 tariffs and new orders and 3 other discussion items. First, we need to approve the minutes from the September 11th agenda meeting. Those minutes have been provided in advance. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor of adopting those minutes, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, those minutes are approved. The first tariff and new order today involves 2 cases, file numbers ER-2025-0041 and file number EO-2025-0042 in the matter of the true-up of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren, Missouri's fuel adjustment clause for the 43rd recovery period and the 46th accumulation period. On August 1st, Ameren submitted a tariff sheet revising its fuel adjustment rate of its fuel adjustment clause for its 46th accumulation period, ending May 31st of this year. Ameren also filed its true-up filing for its 43rd recovery period under its FAC. The true-up amount that is the result of Ameren's over-recovery from its customers during recovery period 43, which was the billing months of October 23 through May of 24. After applying the calculated interest, the total over-recovery from customers for recovery period 43 is just over $1.9 million. The FAC tariff sheet changed to reflect the accumulation period 46 results and a decrease to the fuel adjustment charge. Based on monthly usage of 1,000 kilowatts per hour, the proposed change would decrease the fuel adjustment clause of a residential customer's monthly bill by $1.71, from $4 to roughly $2.29 per month. Staff made filings regarding the true-up and FAC tariff sheet. Staff stated it reviewed the calculations for the true-up and agreed with the amounts and recommended they be included in Ameren's accumulation period 46 adjustment. Regarding the FAC tariff sheet, staff recommended the commission issue an interim rate adjustment to approve Ameren's tariff sheet to be effective on October 1st of this year, subject to true-up and prudence review. Thus, the order before us approves Ameren's true-up filing and allows the tariff sheet to become effective on October 1st on an interim basis, subject to true-up and prudence reviews. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I support the order as well. Just want to make a note that usually I'd have my camera on, but since I'm en route to Oliver for the local public hearing, I'm on cellular instead of Wi-Fi, so it's just easier for me to do this by phone. But I support the order.
Sounds great. Thank you. Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
Great. All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Second tariff in order today is in file number GU-2025-0036 in the matter of Spire, Missouri, DBA Spire's application for issuance of an accounting authority order related to hedging positions. On July 26, Spire applied for an accounting authority order, AAO, relating to its hedging positions, and also requested a waiver of the Commission's 60-day notice rule. Spire requested an order approving its application to be effective no later than September 30th. The request for expedited treatment is to allow the impact to be reflected in Spire's financial statements for its 2024 fiscal year reporting. In its application, Spire stated that it accelerated a bond issuance to replace some of its highest cost debt. Spire estimated this will save approximately $25 to $30 million and will benefit customers with savings over the term of the bonds. However, because the issuance happened earlier than anticipated, Spire requested approval to defer the expected gain to regulatory liability so the company remains aligned with specific hedge accounting rules. On August 27th, Spire and staff filed a full and unanimous stipulation and agreement that agrees the Commission should issue an accounting authority order for Spire. The agreement stated that OPC had been informed of the agreement and did not object. Therefore, the order before us approves the agreement. Just like to highlight that without this order, the interest that would have been paid would have gone into the company's earnings instead of back to bond debt payment. So this is significant amount of customer savings. Just want to thank staff and Spire for bringing this forward. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
Thank you. I support the order as well.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Third tariff in order today is in file number EC-2024-0111, Durnell Clark and Aquila Canada versus Union Electric. On August 7th, the Commission issued its report and order in this matter, and that order became effective on September 6th. Complainants filed a timely application for a rehearing on August 8th. Section 386-500 RISMO states the Commission shall grant an application for a hearing if, in its judgment, there is sufficient reason, therefore, to be made to appear. In the judgment of the Commission, the application for a rehearing does not demonstrate sufficient reason to rehear this matter. Thus, the order before us denies the request for a hearing. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Fourth tariff new order today involves 2 cases. File number EO-2025-0038 and the matter of the application of Evergy Metro containing its semi-annual fuel adjustment clause true-up, and file number ER-2025-0039 in the matter of Evergy Metro for authority to implement rate adjustments required by 20 CSR 4240-20.090 and the company's approved fuel and purchase power cost recovery mechanism. On July 31st, Evergy Metro submitted a tariff sheet revising its fuel adjustment rate of its FAC for its 18th accumulation period ending June 30th. Evergy Metro also filed its true-up filing for its 15th recovery period under its FAC. Their true-up amount identified as the result of Evergy Metro's under recovery of just over $1.8 million from its customers during the 15th recovery period that extended from April 2023 to March 2024. The FAC tariff sheet change to reflect the accumulation period 18 results in an increase to the FAC charge. Based on the monthly usage of 1,000 kilowatts per hour, the proposed change would increase the FAC of Evergy Metro's residential customers' monthly bills by 72 cents, from 15 cents to 87 cents per month. Staff made filings regarding the true-up and FAC tariff sheet and stated that it had reviewed the calculations for the true-up and agreed with the amounts and recommended that they be included in Evergy Metro's accumulation period 18 adjustment. Regarding the FAC tariff sheet, staff recommended the commission issue an interim rate adjustment order to approve Evergy Metro's tariff sheet to be effective on October 1st, 2024, subject to true-up and prudence review. Thus, the order before us approves Evergy Metro's true-up filing and allows the tariff sheet to become effective on October 1st on an interim basis, subject to true-up and prudence reviews. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order as well.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Fifth tariff and new order today is in file number EO-2025-0046 and the matter of the Empire District Electric Company, DBA Liberty's Demand Side Investment Mechanism Rider Rate Adjustment and True-Up. On August 2nd, Liberty filed supporting testimony and tariff sheets to true up its Demand Side Investment Mechanism, or DSIM, for the first year of Liberty's MIA Cycle 1. The proposed tariff sheets adjust the DSIM rates and modify the residential HVAC rebate. Staff filed a recommendation the commission approve the proposed tariff sheets as substituted September 11th. Staff's memorandum states the modification to the rebate range aligns with rebates offered by other Missouri utilities and with appliance standards that went into effect on January 1st of 2023. The proposed tariff changes will result in a monthly bill increase of approximately 31 cents for customers under Liberty's DSIM residential service charge, $1.91 for customers under Liberty's DSIM small commercial and industrial charge, and $38.96 for customers under Liberty's DSIM large commercial and industrial charge. The commission has reviewed Liberty's tariff sheets and staff's verified recommendation. The commission finds that tariff sheets are reasonable and the order before us approves Liberty's tariff sheets as substituted. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. 6, tariff and order today is in file number WR-2025-0009 in the matter of the petition of Missouri American Water Company for approval to change a water and sewer infrastructure rate adjustment, or WSIRA. On September 12th, the commission issued its order directing notice, setting an intervention deadline, directing a staff recommendation, and consolidating cases. In that order, the commission stated that it would suspend the tariff sheets in a separate order to allow staff adequate time to perform its review and allow the commission adequate time to consider the petition. Therefore, the order before us suspends Missouri American's tariff sheets until March 2nd, 2025. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 2. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. 7th and last tariff and order today is in file number ER-2024-0261 in the matter of the request of Empire District Electric, DBA Liberty, for authority to file tariffs increasing rates for electric service. On May 25th, Liberty submitted a notice of intended case filing, which prompted the opening of this case file. On August 30th, Liberty filed in this case a motion for a waiver of 20 CSR 4240-4.0171 with regard to the requirement that this case file close after 180 days if the subject of the notice has not been filed. Liberty indicates that it may not file its rate case before December 31st and request this file remain open through that date to accommodate the filing. Liberty states that keeping this file open will allow its outside counsel to continue to participate in Liberty's filing without having to refile its entry of appearance and pay additional fees to do so. Granting a waiver will also allow Liberty to file its rate case without needing to file a new 60-day notice and have that additional delay. No objections to Liberty's motion were filed. Therefore, the commission will grant Liberty's waiver request, and this file shall remain open until January 1st of 2025. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. We're on to other discussion. Kathleen, if you would come to the table. The first discussion item is the 2025 Gas Pipeline Safety Program Base Grant Application and Agreement. Kathleen.
Thank you. We're requesting the commission's approval to apply for the base grant to operate the pipeline safety program for 2025. And as part of that application, the commission will be signing an agreement with the United States Department of Transportation, Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, that we agree to participate in a system of federal monitoring, and we agree to notify the federal pipeline PHMSA of any probable violations that we find during our inspections.
So this is a result of legislation that did not pass. We actually have to change our grant application
Right.
to federal enforcement versus state enforcement. We can't apply for state enforcement because we no longer qualify.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Do you need an official vote or for this, Kathleen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Are there any other questions from commissioners?
Just one, Madam Chair, is the grant amount the same as last year's, or is it higher, lower, or no change?
We won't know the actual amount. It's a reimbursement grant, and it depends on how much money is allocated for all state programs, and then how much each state program has of qualifying grant eligible expenses. So the applications with the dollar amounts haven't been submitted yet. We'll have a better estimate of what the dollar amount is. PHMSA will have a better estimate after all the applications are in, but we'll be eligible for a lesser amount because of the jurisdictional issue. I don't know if I answered your question, but
You did.
all
Yeah,
other things being, sorry.
you did. That helps me understand it. Ultimately, it'll be less than last year due to the federal oversight. Is that true?
If all other things being equal, if the amount of money they have available is the same as last year, then yes, it would be less.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Other questions from commissioners?
Madam Chair, I just wonder if that puts us in the hole any kind of way from
So
our
that's a
inspections and things that we'd have to do on our end.
That's a great question. In fact, I was actually under the impression that because our state would have to do more administrative work, they were going to increase our grant amounts for that additional administrative work. So this is actually the first time that I've heard that our amounts would go down. And if that's the case, we would need to be proactive about seeking some kind of figuring out how much we anticipate it being less and where we need to go to fill the gap.
Our eligibility will decrease by 4%.
And when will that take effect?
Beginning in January of 2025. So that would be for calendar year 2025, and the reimbursement for that would be in 2026.
But if the disbursement is going down, doesn't that affect our ability to do our work or affect the pocketbook of the PSC? It's a grant, and usually to me, a grant means they're granting us the money to do a specific job. We could always do that job based on how much we get granted, I guess. If, we certainly don't want to do something that's going to be a problem for us. So I think that maybe there's going to need, I don't mind voting on this today, and certainly it's a grant and certainly it's worth accepting, but we're probably going to need to think a little hard about how to offset any deficit.
I think so too, because this federal grant funds all of our staff. So any change to it would impact our staff and our operations. So I think we do need to have a more detailed discussion of what that 4% decrease would be and how that translates to our staff salaries and benefits and administrative expenses. So,
well, I think that automatically means right out the top, the new guy, Johnny, has to go, because we're going to start.
Okay, other questions? All right, seeing none. All those in favor of approving the application to submit the 2025 Pipeline Safety Program Base Grant application under 6016 agreement to PHMSA, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, motion carries. Thank you. Councilwoman.
Thank you.
Next up, another discussion. Mr. Van Neschen. The annual federal U.S. high cost support certification.
Yep.
Can you please give a summary?
Sure. According to FCC rules, state commissions must annually certify a company eligible for federal Universal Service Fund high cost support funding has and will appropriately use the funding as intended. We're asking the commission to vote to approve the certification identified as attachment A, which, if approved, is the information that gets filed with the FCC and the federal USF administrator. This funding provides financial support to companies for ensuring voice and broadband services are available in high-cost areas. And in 2023, this support totaled nearly $140 million for the companies that operate in Missouri. This year, 64 companies are recommended for certification, which consists of all the companies seeking certification this year. The memo that was circulated to the commission describes the entire process and provides some general summary information about the companies and how they're doing with the funding. I might add that the commission's G Drive contains detailed information on a confidential basis about each of these companies and what they're doing with the funding. The deadline for state commissions to submit their certification is October 2nd.
Thank you, Mr. Van Neschen. Are there any questions from the commission? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving certification for these 64 companies, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, motion carries. Thank you. The last item on the list today, another discussion, is publication list. Judge DePel.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I circulated a list of orders for publication in the PSC reports for 3 months of this year. And just as some background, the commission is appointed, the members of the commission are appointed as the Publications Commission, and part of your duties as the Publications Commission is to select what decisions and findings and activities at the commission should be published in the PSC reports. Basically, the orders that are before you and the way I kind of select them are agenda orders, session orders that contain non-routine rulings or legal rulings or unusual procedural items that would assist practitioners and utility industry or the general public in appearing before the commission or operating in the state. And I also always select any reports and orders and any certificates, just so that those are memorialized in the published works for posterity.
Thank you, Judge Chappelle. Are there any questions or modifications to the proposed publication list? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the publication list as circulated on September 16th, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? I voted 5-0, motion carries. And the last item on the agenda today is scheduling. So as Commissioner Holzman noted, we have several commissioners that will be attending public hearings this week and into next week. But today, those local public hearings are in case WR-2024-0104 and their matter of the request of Liberty Utilities, DBA Liberty, for authority to implement a general rate increase for water and wastewater service with Judge Clark. And those hearings are today at noon at the American Legion Hall in Bolivar, today at 6 p.m. at the American Legion Hall in Bolivar, Tuesday, September 24th at noon at the Washington County Library in Potosi, Wednesday, September 25th at 6 p.m. at the City Hall in Branson, Thursday, September 26th at 6 p.m. at the Osage Center in Cape Girardeau, and Friday, September 27th at 12 noon on WebEx only. Also tomorrow, there is a local public hearing in case EA-2024-0237 and the matter of the application of Ameren, Missouri for a CCN to authorize it to construct a simple cycle natural gas facility at 12 noon with Judge Fuel. Next Wednesday, September 25th, we have agenda at 12 noon. Monday, September 30th through Friday, October 11th, we have evidentiary hearings in case ER-2024-0189 in the matter of Evergy, Missouri West request for authority to implement a general rate increase for electric service in room 310 at 9 a.m. with Judge Pridgeon. Wednesday, October 2nd, we have agenda at 12 noon, and all of the October agenda meetings have been moved to noon to accommodate the hearings and will also be in the hearing room 310. Tuesday, October 8th, we have rulemaking hearings in two cases, WX-2025-0032, a rescission of the environmental cost adjustment mechanism, and case WX-2025-0033, a rescission of the Commission's rule on Environmental Improvement Contingency Fund in room 305 at 10 a.m. with Judge DePel.
For a short period of time, he then killed.
Wednesday, October 9th, we have agenda at 12 noon. And then Friday, October 11th, we have a rulemaking hearing in case EX-2025-0034 and the matter of the proposed amendment to the Commission's rule for reporting requirements for electric utilities and rural electric cooperatives in room 305 at 10 a.m. with Judge DePel. And that concludes scheduling. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to the schedule? Hearing none. Any other business before the Commission? Hearing none. We're adjourned. Thank you
Madam
all.
Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Saying happy
Safe travels.
I'm singing happy birthday? What's with that?
To who? Whose birthday is it?
It's the chair's birthday.
OMG. Happy birthday